So now, according to prophecies, you know, the Spirit of the Most High is being poured out on a particular people. All right? And YAHAWASHI did say, think not that I am come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. Right? You see what I said? Right. And heaven and earth will pass away, but not one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Right. So if YAHAWASHI said he came to fulfill the law and the prophets, we have to read the prophets about where it says who would receive this living water, this spirit that was prophesied. All right? So now, let's go into that. Let's go into the prophecies of that. The first one we're going to get is in Isaiah chapter 44, you know. So let's read about who's going to receive this spirit. All right? So we're going to take it from the top. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Verse 1. All right. It's Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. Done. Right? So, the same way how this is pertaining to Israel back in Romans chapter 9, verse 3 and 4. Read that again. Yet now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. So this is pertaining to who? Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So this is pertaining to the Israelites. Alright? Alright? Verse 2. Thus said Yahawah that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob my servant, and thou, Yeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. Can, right? So there goes that living water again. And who is this talking about? The Lord is speaking to who? The Lord is speaking to none other than Israel. Alright? So read verse 3 again. Because the scripture says, he that believeth on me, as the scripture saith, out of his belly shall flow the rivers of living water. Right? Isaiah 44 and 3. Right? 3. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. Come. So the Lord said he's going to pour out his spirit on who? Verse 1 just tell you that. The Israelites. And who's the seed? Yeah? And who's seed? Israel, which is Jacob. Huh? And that's who this is directed to. So the spirit of adoption is going to be poured out upon the seed of Jacob, which is the Israelites. God. See what I said? So that all flesh right there that he's going to pour his spirit on is none other than the children of Jacob, which are the Israelites. All right? Have a precept, you can bring out the precept. God. This is the same chapter, verse 21. And it says, remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant, I have formed thee. Thou art my servant, O Israel, thou shalt not be forgotten of me. God, so the Lord, he ain't gonna forget us. Huh? So you could jump back to verse 4 now. Right? Verse 4. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourse. Right? And that's why you see all these different camps popping up all over the globe talking about they're the children of the Most High. Why? Because of this same very prophecy that we're reading. Huh? It never say Christians will be springing up like this. Nope. The Christians, they ain't calling themselves Jacob. Nope. They're not calling themselves Israelites. Nope. They're not calling themselves the sons of God. Nope. Alright? They're calling themselves Christians. They call themselves so-called having a relationship with God. of having a relationship with God, but they're not Israelites. All right. Verse 5.
Verse 5. One shall say, I am the Lord's, I am Yahawah's. Another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahawah, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
No, by the name of Christian.
Right.
And this is a prophecy. All right. And that's a part of receiving the spirit of adoption, coming back to your identity. All right. You calling yourself a Christian, you ain't coming back to your identity.
No.
You ain't subscribing to the Lord. You ain't surnaming yourself Jacob and Israel.
No.
All right. So again, the main point here is the Lord will pour out His Spirit upon Jacob, and another precept to that is, we'll get it, Joel 2:28. Let's get that. Showing you who the Lord is pouring out His Spirit on according to prophecy. All right. Joel 2:28.
Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions.
Right? Now what is right? Because a Christian told me the other day, so the Lord said He was going to pour out His Spirit upon all flesh. We just read one prophecy that where He was going to pour out His Spirit upon the seed of Jacob, which are the Israelites. All right? It says, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh. Right? People will read this and say, see, it says all flesh. But no, let me just cut that for a minute. We can cut that right now. We can cut that quick. Right? All right? When I pull this blade out, we can do a clean cut and we can be bloody. Jump to voice 1. All right? Let's cut that. Joel 2:1.
Okay. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye up the trumpets in Zion, and song and alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at thy hand.
Gone. So this prophecy here is a warning shout, a trumpet being blown to the Lord holy mountain in Zion. Right? So that means going precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, and using context clues, right? Back in verse 28. That means that the Spirit being upon all flesh is directed towards the nation of Israel, which is Zion.
Zion. Where Zion is?
In Jerusalem, upon Mount Zion in Jerusalem. All right? So let's read verse 28 again.
All right. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions.
Right, so you see how it keeps saying your, like your so they're
son.
saying, right. So the reason why that's saying that is because it's speaking about a specific group of people. All right, or a specific set of people. All right. Now we can jump to verse 27 to prove the point, and then we're gonna jump down to you can read on down to verse 32.
All right. Verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
Right. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. So He's gonna pour His Spirit upon all flesh of the children of Israel, according to prophecy. All right. So you see, using context clues, who this is pertaining to, right? To the Israelites. All right.
And that I am the Yahawah, your power, and none else. My people shall never be ashamed.
Verse 28.
And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids, in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire, and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of Yahweh cometh. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahweh had said, and in the remnant whom Yahweh shall call.
Done. And this is all pertaining to Israel. So once again, according to prophecy, the Spirit of the Lord will be poured out upon the children of Israel. All right? So now, what we're going to do, we're going to get another prophecy, because that's the two prophecies that was mentioned in the scriptures, where the Lord said that he was going to pour his spirit upon the Israelites. All right? So the next precept we're going to get is in Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 28. All right? Because if you're not an Israelite, you can't partake of this. You can't receive the Spirit of God. All right?
39 and 28. This is Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 28. Then shall they know that I am Yahweh their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered unto them their own land, and have left none of them any more there.
Gone. So, who could that be talking about?
Yeah, I'll be talking about the Christians.
This is it. Because we know, according to prophecy, that a specific group of people was taken away captive by via cargo slave ship and brought to this side of the world. Okay?
What's the name of that slave ship? The name of that is Sweet Jesus.
The good ship Jesus. You know? So, that can't be talking about the other nation, because it says the word that caused his people to go into captivity among the heathen. Beautiful. You know? Where he died.
Verse 29. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, said Yahweh thy power.
Read. Read.